What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It feels really good to be back out in the shop. I really haven't done anything car related in like the last 2 months between moving into this new shop here. Obviously I had to do some projects, and then I took a little bit of time off just to get myself physically back in good health. I had a pre-existing injury and doing pretty much anything hurt, so I gave myself some time to nurse that back to health. Now that I'm feeling a lot better and I have the shop, I figured let's talk about the plans for the cars in this upcoming year. The V6 MR2 I'm probably not going to do much to, just because I'm going to put a lot of time and attention into this car, and I really want to make sure that I have a car that I can take at least to autocross events. I'd love to do track days with this thing, but of course with the supercharger it's going to have some heat soak issues, and I don't really want to risk blowing the car up because then I'd have 2 broken cars. Even though it's October, there still is a chance to take the V6 MR2 out to an event this year, which I would really love to do just because of all the changes I made to the car. So I'm really hopeful about that, and I think it will happen. Now onto the Skyline. The plans for this car have changed a little bit because of the white MR2, but we'll get to that in a minute. The short-term plan for this winter initially was to pull the engine out and freshen everything up, but Jesus and I have limited time, so we realized it probably doesn't make sense to take on 2 big projects and slow the progress of them both down, especially because this car runs and drives, so like we can go take it to a car meet right now if we wanted to. Instead, the plan is just to do some small stuff and clean up the engine bay. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna film most of it, just because it's like little things like getting rid of some wiring, taking off all this cruddy paint off the intake manifold and stuff like that. Honestly, most of the stuff in this I could probably get knocked out in a weekend, so yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Because the Skyline's not going to get much attention in the coming year, money that should have gone to this car is actually going to go to a different car. Jesus ordered another car from Japan, and it's supposed to be here in about a couple weeks. The plan wasn't actually to go buy another car. Actually, Jesus and I had talked about this. We were like, let's really focus on what we have and just make them like good running cars. But then this deal just popped up. He had the spare cash and he just jumped on it. Once that car gets here, we'll do a video on that. On to the white MR2, and this car is honestly going to get the most attention over the next year. If you've watched the channel for any length of time, you know that this car is going to get a new engine, and here's really where I'm torn at. I'm at the point where it's time to start buying parts. I got the shop, I got some money, so the thing is, I just don't know what engine to do. Right now it has a 5S, which overheats, and it also has wiring issues, so like, yeah, time for a new engine. My initial plan this whole time has been to go with a 2GR. I really like that idea because it's a modern engine, it makes good power, and it's reliable. Here's the thing, if I go with that engine, it's going to take a little bit longer just because of the money. It's going to cost more. I probably won't have this car done until 2025, the end of 2025. So that's like 2 years from now. And the thing is, I really want this car back on the road, which is why I was thinking about going with the 2AR. It makes less power, but it's still a modern engine that's reliable. And more importantly, I should be able to do that for significantly cheaper, and I should have it running by the end of 2024. Honestly, I'm a little heartbroken that this car just has been sitting for the better part of the last like year, and I'm really leaning towards the 2AR for that reason. If I go with the 2AR swap, I would keep it NA. I don't want to really get into turboing the car just to keep things simple. And naturally that does mean I'd probably be lucky to get high 100s to the wheel. I mean, that still is more though than the car currently makes, which is 0 since it doesn't run. I've already bought in parts to start the swap, but those parts can be used for either engine. So what I'm going to do is actually hold off on buying more parts until after I post this video, because I really want to hear from you guys and get your thoughts. I know there are other engine options, but honestly the only 2 I'd really consider for this car are the 2GR or the 2AR. Definitely let me know your thoughts and stick around, because hopefully the next couple videos are autocrossing the V6 MR2, and then we'll be showing you guys Jesus's new ride. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.